Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Saaghe Fogwe podcast. This is our third segment. We're so excited to have you. I'm so happy to have you guys watching today. We have a special one today. Every session is special in its own unique way, right? So if you're joining us, make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're watching with us, you're subscribing and sharing. Um, so today's session, or the segment today is a very special one. It's a Memorial Day special. We have Memorial Day coming up, and I have someone very special with me. He is a father. He is a very good friend. He's a personal trainer. He is a stand-up comedian by night. um I could go on. He is a religious person, and we might have a whole segment on that one because he has a lot to say on religion. He's an army veteran, and that's why we made this. It was perfect to have him on this session because it's Memorial Day is coming up, but he would be able to give us a little bit of history on what Memorial Day is all about. But the topic today is really fitness and health. Since he's a personal trainer, he knows quite a bit about that, and he'll give us some guidance on that. And so this person is Michael Williams. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Saaghe. I appreciate the honor of being here. Thank you.
Welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's know who Michael is. Who is Michael?
Well, Michael is tall, dark, and
and handsome.
walks on the beach, and just basically a little bit about myself. I grew up here in Fort Worth, Texas. Always had a desire of wanting to help people. Saw some stuff growing up and everything, and I just wanted to help people. So I became a cop. Well, went in the military, then I wanted to be a cop too, and wasn't really able to help people that much. So that's when I got out and got into fitness and everything really big, and I got more control of that. So that's me, 49 years old. Feel better than I ever have.
Married, single?
Oh no.
The ladies need to know.
No, they don't need to know. No, I'm not on the market.
Not on the market.
I'm single, but I'm not on the market.
I had to go there, Michael.
Yeah, no. Got me a little blushy right there. No, I'm not on the market. I'm good right now.
So that's all the background intro. What else do we need to know about Michael?
Well, like you said, I did serve. I did 22 years in the Army. Was infantry. Served in Afghanistan. Served in Iraq. I have to say the best tour I had when I got back from Iraq, I got picked up for drill sergeant duty. So I got to be a drill sergeant teaching Walmart shoppers how to be Macy's shoppers. That was fun. That was my best. I think that was my best tour right there, because that's when I really started seeing the results of actually putting forth an effort to help people and building confidence, self-esteem. Confidence, self-esteem, same thing. But help them to get that, to realize what they're capable of, that no matter what anybody says, as long as you believe in yourself, you can overcome any obstacle.
Yeah. So what made you go into the Army? Like what was the push?
Sylvester Stallone.
You wanted to be like him?
I was a huge Rambo fan.
Rambo.
Yes. No, my dad, he was drafted and he served in Vietnam, and I figured that was a way for maybe we can make a connection. We never really had a connection, so I figured that'd be one way to do that. So, but I like to fight, but not like that. I like to fight against stuff that oppresses people, tyrants, stuff like that. So that was something I was a huge Hulk fan as a kid. I was so huge in the Hulk. I even had my cousin paint me green when I was 6.
No, you did not.
Yes. And my grandmother had a little Raggedy Ann doll. I would carry that around like the damsel in distress. But no.
That's funny.
There's my
Mhm.
comedy.
I know, right? The stand-up comedy. So you before we go into fitness and health, I do want to, since it's Memorial Day weekend, just give us a little history for those who, because sometimes we just celebrate these holidays and we don't understand what they're about. Just give us a brief history of what Memorial Day is all about.
Well, Memorial Day is to remember those that have fallen. Um, Many wars have been fought from the beginning of time to now, and we tend to forget those who paved the way to allow us to have the luxuries and stuff that we do have right now. Um, People's paid the ultimate price. Children don't get to see their dad. Husbands don't, wives and husbands don't get to see their spouses or nothing anymore. So Memorial Day is about remembering those who sacrificed everything so that we're able to have what we have,
Mhm,
whether it be military, police, firefighters,
mhm.
just those that had that courage to take that stand when
Yeah.
nobody else would.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. So anybody who has lost a loved one to to battle, we do appreciate that sacrifice. Yes, you're missing your loved one, but like he said, they sacrificed for something and they
Yes.
died doing something that they loved. So being in the military, do you think that kind of drove you to the fitness space?
That had a little bit to do with it because when I started on this, there's all these creations of content out there. Oh, do this exercise, do this exercise. So I started remembering how it was in military. How is it that people come in the basic training? Those that need to lose weight, lose weight. Those that need to gain weight, and they're all on the same program. For one, schedule. So if I'm able to take what I've learned and the benefits that I've seen from it and help others out here that doesn't have that constant in your face drive, then that's the reason why I got into fitness. And did it have a part in it? No. That's another thing I wanted to do as a kid. I always wanted to work in a gym. I was fascinated with bodybuilding and stuff growing up. Never wanted to be a bodybuilder, but I was always fascinated with it. Just the dedication and the drive that they had to work so hard on their
Yeah.
physique and their
Hmm.
health. And it always inspired me. And so yeah, that's really what did it. Just seeing him again, Sylvester Stallone. I always wanted to look like that. You know, I heard the women, oh, so I was like, yeah, that's how a man's supposed to look right there. So
What keeps you motivated to keep going? What's your motivation?
keeping people going, trying to help people keep their head in the game. Um, Life is short, you know, especially seeing all the stuff, seeing a lot of death. Life is too short. We can pass time by doing other stuff, or we can do something that's beneficial for us and our family. So that's my motivation, is to help people be able to live a better, more fulfilling life.
What keeps you motivated when you're not motivated? Because there are times when we're the motivator, right? And you're pumping people up. There are days when you don't want to get out of bed
Yes.
and you don't feel like it. Your life has its heaviness, we all do. What keeps you going so that you can keep being a motivation to other people?
Honestly, I just have to pray and ask for that strength to give me that drive, because you can't be 100% all the time, but knowing that other people count on you and look up and rely on you, then you've got to pull it out. No matter how you feel, you got to pull it out because people depend on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's one of the things, touch on this real quick. That's one of the things I really strive on as far as being a man. People depend on us. And if we're not doing what we need to do, how can the world function the way it's supposed to function? So that's my motivation right there.
Yeah. Yeah, other strength right there, motivational speaker, right? So if the comic thing doesn't work out, be a motivational
Yeah.
speaker, fitness, and all that. So to a layman, just define fitness. What is fitness? What would you define fitness as?
To me, fitness, I'm not going to give the book answer. Fitness is just an overall optimal well-being of body, mind, and soul. Um, if one's broke, then the rest breaks too. So it's just a total optimal well-being. To me, that's fitness.
Yeah. So
You don't
yeah.
have to be muscular. You don't have to be, just fit, being able to carry on, being able to do the functional things in everyday life that you need to do, be there for your family, play with your kids, your grandkids. That's fitness to me.
Everything has to be connected,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, all of those. If one of those is not functioning, obviously you won't. And that brings us to the question of why nutrition is important, because there are people out there who, I mean, there are people who work out, they play soccer. I go to soccer because my whole family plays soccer. I have a coach in my house. Um, they work out really well, but then they have their goals like weight goals and things like that, and they're not able to meet those goals. So how important is nutrition when it comes to being fit?
Good music.
Honestly, nutrition is about 80%.
And the persons that will be closing our show today.
You can't work out.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of P Square.
And there's so many different diets and stuff out there. I like using the KISS method. This is something I learned in the military. Keep it simple, stupid. Why make things more complicated? Life's already complicated. Let's keep things simple when we can. Nutrition's easy. If you eat a bunch of donuts, you're going to be a donut. I mean, as simple as that.
Calling me a donut.
No. I
don't like donuts.
Now I like my donuts too. I like my donuts too. It's just, it's too much of anything is bad for you, and we just have to learn to overcome our flesh, which is why fasting is good, because it allows you to get control back of yourself. It's just a fleshly indulgent on all these things that's out there. Simple, it's sweet. We want it. It's convenient and it's fun. So that's why here, especially in America, our obesity rate is extremely high.
Yeah.
Thank McDonald's. No, but nutrition is very important. It is 80% of what you do. The biggest thing about nutrition is like what I tell everybody. There's free apps out there. Counting your calories is great. People can do it. I'm not one that likes to count my calories. But if you're pretty consistent in how you eat, that's where you can do it maybe a few days. And then that way, when I eat this, I get this much protein, I get this much carbs, I get this much fats. Bottom line is, when you're working out and you're lifting weight, you have to have protein. Protein is a very hard macronutrient to get. Carbs and fats are in everything. And protein is the hardest one. So if people's not seeing the results that they want to see, most of it is they're not eating enough protein. And you can download any fitness app. MyFitnessPal is one that I always go to. It's free. It's easy. So when you answer the questions, you answer, and it gives you your baseline calories, which is your baseline calories are more or less your maintenance calories. That's what your body needs just to sit there and breathe.
Yeah.
Most people aren't getting that. So on the nutrition side, especially women, and I'm not trying to, call out or nothing, but it's true. If I eat salads, or I'm trying to lose weight. So if I eat one meal a day, and the counterintuitive part of it is, if you eat one meal a day, how long have you been doing that? Is it working? Definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. It's not working.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. So people don't realize is when you eat, your body burns calories. Okay. For every gram of fat, there's 9 calories. For every gram of carbs and protein, there's 4. Carbs, your body burns through quick. That's why you can go to a Chinese buffet an hour and a half later, you're starving again. It's all carbs. When you eat more protein, your body takes longer to digest that. As your body's digesting food, you're burning calories.
Mhm.
Another upside of that is when you give protein to your body, you're feeding your muscles.
Mhm.
So your body will have no choice but to pull where it needs to pull from for energy, and that's the stored fat. That's what we want to lose. Everybody, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I tell people, and you've heard this, don't
Mhm.
worry about what the scale says. How do you look? How do you feel? Because the weight
Mhm.
might not change, but you see your
Mhm.
body change.
Yeah.
That's what matters because muscle weighs more. So if you up your protein intake, just doing that alone, people will start seeing results
Yeah.
because your body, your muscles, your body's predominantly muscle. It's
Mhm.
all over from head to
Mhm.
toe. So that being the biggest part of your body, why not feed it? I don't know about you, and well, I know I don't want to be 70, 80, 90 years old having to live in a home because I can't do for myself.
No.
My grandfather was 90 years old when he passed away. He was still working in the garage up until the time where he ended up in the hospital, couldn't do nothing no more.
That's my
90
grandma.
years
Yep.
old. We got people in their 20s that
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's really big.
Yeah, and it's getting worse. Our
It is.
community, it's getting worse. I mean, me being in the health care field, I've seen that in the nursing home. You have, like you said, younger people who are bedbound
Hmm.
because because of their, of course, nutrition and health that has
Yes.
put them there. And
Yes.
I'm glad you spent quite a bit explaining that, because we might focus on the fitness and not mention the nutrition, and we're doing a disservice to people,
Exactly.
because they're not going to meet their optimal goals, because they're focused on just working out, lifting weights and all that. So I think we should stop and share the link, if we can. Let's see. If you're joining us, we're here with Michael Williams. We're talking about fitness, and let me see. We'll share on our different platforms just so people can join us. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'll share it with you, Michael. I'm sending it to your WhatsApp, and then you can share with people by
Awesome.
by text or on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, join us, guys. Join us. Join us. Join us.
Yes, this is very good, important information you need to know. You ain't getting results? Listen to this. You'll find out why.
Yeah, keep sharing, guys.
I just got word that there's like 476. How
Subscribers.
many people's watching right now? Is there showing any watchers? Come on, people. Come on. Don't make us go out there in the street. Start. Come on. Come on. We'll do it.
I know, right? Okay, let's one second here. I'm just gonna broadcast here, and then we'll keep the conversation going. Michael will be dancing while we're
Oh no. But while you're
a
doing
dancing
that,
commercial.
but while we're doing that, I'll hit some more on some of the nutrients,
Yeah.
the nutrition and stuff. So the protein, when you eat protein, especially if you're trying to lose weight, or let's rephrase that, lose body fat. When you go and you sit down and you have your meal, you want to eat your protein portion first
Mm-hmm.
because that keeps you satiated, that keeps you full, makes you full faster, and keeps you
Yeah.
full longer. So when your body is digesting protein, it take up to 4 hours for your body to digest that. So imagine how
Yeah.
many calories you're burning in that process, because all your internal organs and stuff are a muscle.
Yeah.
So when you're eating, you're still getting a workout, just not one that you're used to, but you're still getting a workout.
Yeah.
So carbs are not your enemy. Carbs are your friend. You do
Mhm.
need carbs, but
Mhm.
you need to have them more in moderation, especially if you're trying to burn stored body fat. You uptake your protein, have your carbs. So what I usually tell everybody is you want to have your carbs about 40% of your meal. your daily calories,
Yeah.
40%, your protein, 40%, and your fats, 20%. And there's another thing like I like to use, and I learned this from a IFBB bodybuilder. I'm going to give a shout out to him real quick if you don't mind.
That's okay.
His name is
No.
Ben Pakulski. I learned a lot of stuff from him. So there's a thing called carb cycling. So what carb cycling is, especially, it's almost like the keto diet. Not everybody can do the ketogenic diet. I have an aunt that tried it, and that's when she found out she had diabetes because she went into ketosis, you know, or acidosis, sorry. So that's not ideal for everybody. Carb cycling is a little bit more ideal because you're still having your carbs. Bodybuilders back in the day used to do this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Franco Columbu, Frank Zane, which to me, Frank Zane, that's the physique right there. But they used to do this. They didn't even realize what it was because they didn't have internet like we do now. They got their information from magazines, Muscle Fitness and stuff. So what carb cycling is say you pick 3 days. I'm going to eat little to no carbs, 100 grams or less of carbs for the whole day. The rest is protein and fat. So you're upping your fat intake, but it's healthy fat. On the 4th day, carb up. Eat more carbs. Just kind of lower your fats and increase your carb intake. And then you start it again. It's carb cycling. So what that does is that triggers your body to get used to, I don't have any carbs. Where is it going to pull energy source from? The stored fat.
Yeah.
Carb cycling. Thank you. So, yeah.
Yeah. I myself will have to go back and watch this video because he's told me this multiple times and I'm still guilty of not doing my protein and all that. But so let's move the conversation a little bit to Rockbox, to be more specific to Rockbox. That's how I met Michael. In the La Quinta Inn, and walked in there. I saw the ad for Rockbox kickboxing, and I was like, well, I've tried different things. I'm trying to find, and this was about a year ago. I can't believe it's been a year.
Yes.
So I walked in there, and and that's how our paths met, and we've been friends since. So just tell us a little bit about Rockbox. What is Rockbox all about? Why should anybody even think about coming to Rockbox?
Rockbox is a very interesting workout program. So the guy that created Rockbox, he was a fighter. He had a sweatshirt he would run around town in with his logo on the back for personal training. That was his marketing, was he had it spray painted on the back of his sweatshirt, right? Hey, you got to do what you got to do. So he met with this other guy, and here's what Rockbox is. So basically what Rockbox is a kickboxing and functional strength workout. It's a HIIT style workout. Half of the class is a 50-minute class. That includes the warm-up and the cool-down. Half the class, you're working on functional strength training. It can be anywhere from a body weight exercise, booty bands, plyo boxes, dumbbells. We've got a barbell. And then the other half, you're hitting on what we call the tie bags and the teardrop bags.
On Michael's face.
Yeah, that's right. My face.
Picture Michael's
face. A lot
face.
of people picture me up there. Yep, a lot of people picture me. I wonder how many picture Aaron. No.
Oh yeah, Aaron. Yeah, I know.
But no. But yeah. So the program is, when you do the program, every day is a different class structure. So one day will be full body. So the entire day is full body exercise, and it's almost like CrossFit, how they have their workouts of the day.
Yeah.
It's how we have. But ours is more designed for more functional strength. So you'll have agility, you'll have flexibility. I've got a guy that's been coming there. He's a retired Marine, Donald Sherwood. Awesome guy. His body has changed so much since he's been coming. And just the way he's able to move, he would have a hard time getting up and down off the floor. He's in his 60s, and
I might have
in the
met
military.
him. I think I've met him.
Yeah,
once.
I think you have. Him and his wife both. They
Yes.
usually come to the 4:30 class.
Yeah.
And being in the military for so long, it breaks your body down. You can add 10 to 15 years easy to your body just by serving in the military. So he's come a long way. He's doing awesome. He hasn't been able to come because he's had some stuff going on. So we miss you, Donald. Can't wait to see you again. But yeah, it just improves overall. You build strength, you build muscular endurance, flexibility, agility, and that's all stuff that we need to be able to function.
Should the spouses be afraid of their spouses who are in rock box?
Men,
Be careful.
your wife says something. Okay, I've seen him hit them bags. All right.
The
But
round kicks.
right. But that's another unique part of it too, is because you've got other workout programs out there, and I don't want to talk bad about any other workout programs. But one thing that we thrive on here at Rockbox is execution, form, and technique with everything, whether it be the punches, the kicks, to the exercise part. Because if you're not using the right form and technique, you're going to injure yourself. You injure yourself, you're not able to go work out. Therefore, all the results you've gotten, you've lost. Does it happen? Well, of course, it does happen. But we do our best to try to mitigate to where it doesn't happen so much. So at the same time you're getting a workout, you are learning self-defense.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. All in one. It's the one-stop shop. Rockbox is the Walmart of fitness. Okay, it's the one-stop
I
shop.
know, right? And I know you're doing some self-defense classes as well. So
Yes.
speak about those.
Yeah. We started a summer schedule, and so I because I like teaching people how to defend themselves. It's self-defense. It's not a So on Mondays and Wednesdays there at the studio at 7 p.m., I teach self-defense. So it's stuff that it's anybody, whether you're a man or a woman, you need to know, especially nowadays. I don't teach you how to stand there and go toe to toe with anybody. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to teach you, if that ever happens, God forbid, that somebody does want to be stupid and attack you, then you're going to know and have that confidence that you're able to do what you need to do. Ladies, this is very crucial for you because we got a lot of weak guys out there that feel the need to dominate women. So if you have that self-confidence that you can do what you got to do and get out, hey, I'm all about that. Guys, we need you to learn this stuff so you can be men.
Well, you do have some women who are
Oh,
you
yes.
also, like
Yes.
who are the aggressors.
Yes.
So you do need, I mean, men shouldn't be ashamed of defending themselves too, because you do have women who are the ones who are physically abusive,
Right.
or who can be the aggressors. So it's not just a female thing.
No, it's no, I know it's not
yeah.
a female thing. But on that, I was like, so if I know I'm stronger than a woman, I don't have to prove anything. So if I'm in a relationship, whether it be male or female, and it seems to be it's hard to get out of something like that, whether you're male or female. Abusers take advantage of that. They break your self-confidence, feel like you can't do no better.
Yeah.
That's why stuff like this helps,
Yeah.
because it helps you to see your worth and value as a person, your capabilities, what you're able to do, and that matters. So I'm really big on that. So self-defense is very important nowadays. And so I have the self-defense open. Members, is it okay if I talk about the prices and stuff?
Yes,
Okay, so since this is
Feel
something
free.
I'm doing on my own, so if you're a member of Rockbox, it's $15 a month, 2 days a week. It's not bad. If you bring your family, it's $25 a month. You bring your kids and stuff. Kids, 6 years old, I don't care, 5 years old. It's nothing wrong with them learning that stuff too. Because I'm a firm believer the best bullying policy is self-confidence. Bullies only mess with people that are, one, situationally unaware, and two, they're walking with their shoulders dropped and stuff. When you have that self-confidence, male or female, you automatically walk upright. People see that like, I don't know about that. For example, you see a cop. Appearance is everything, right? First impression is what you see. You see a cop, slobby, bad haircut, belly hanging over his gun belt.
The donuts.
He's wearing spandex and it's supposed to be pants. Okay. You're gonna try that guy. But if you because he don't take care of himself, it's just the appearance. But if you have an officer that walks up, his boots are shined, his uniform is crisp, it fits good, haircuts all nice, nicely groomed.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy takes pride in how he looks. He's
Yeah.
serious.
Oh yeah. You're not gonna mess with him.
Exactly. It's the confidence thing,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm still sharing. Just yeah. Go on. I'm still
No, you're
sharing.
good. You're good.
I'm still sharing. I'm multitasking.
You're good. See, I can't do that. I have to, if I'm talking, I have to talk. I can't talk in at
Talk
the
and
same
walk. You
time.
can't chew gum
Otherwise,
at
I'll
the
be
same
typing what
time.
I'm saying. but but no, it's so that's one of the things. So what I like to do is I put it in simple terms. So what you learn on the bags, I teach you how to put in practical use if you were attacked. And right now we're just getting it started, so I'm just working on the basics and the foundations. But you'll learn some aikido, some jiu-jitsu, some hapkido, some judo, some krav maga, just a
That
little bit
sounds
of
like
everything.
gibberish to most people, even
Right.
even me.
Right. Well, so you learn good tactics to defend
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Gibberish.
it's yeah, I know it does sound like gibberish. But no, but the important thing here that we're talking about is the fact that, when we're talking about fitness, yes, our topic today is fitness and health. It really is holistic. It's
Yes.
everything, because you're talking about self confidence, people building self confidence, because there are days when you wake up and you're dragging and you go work out and you come back and your day just starts right because you're feeling so energetic, your mind is right, you feel like you can conquer the world. And usually that's why I like working out in the morning, because the rest of my day
Oh, you can have that. Yes.
it defines the rest of my day for me. But some
Right.
people like going in the afternoon. I only go if I have to in the afternoon. But we're really because my goal on this show is to really touch the community in every department. And
Right.
that's why we had this conversation today, fitness and health, because I've struggled with weight, like up and down the weight. Your confidence is down, you go to put on your clothes and you're feeling, and it's not just about the physical appearance, it's about how you feel.
Exactly.
And when I really started working on my weight last year, or being conscious about it, it was because I traveled to France with my family. My daughter was in France, and we went out there with my boys to visit, and we were climbing the Eiffel Tower, and they didn't want to do the elevator. We had to climb the first two floors and then take the elevator from the second
No.
floor to
Yeah.
the top. The only on the first floor I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. And I'm a nurse practitioner, and I'm telling people how to be healthy,
Right.
and yet I'm not. And so being a hypocrite. Basically, I'm sitting there telling you, you need to drink water. I don't drink water as much as I should, or you need to do this. And so I'm pointing one finger at you, and we're three
Yes.
pointing at
Exactly.
me.
Yes.
So when I came back, I made a decision that I had to. That's when Rockbox came into the picture, because that's how I found y'all. Because yeah, it was exactly over a year ago that that happened, and that just it made me look at myself and say I need to to do this. So that's why we're having this conversation, because it's not only my community, your community, other
Right.
community, all our communities need to work on fitness and health.
Yes.
Because yes, we talk about we want to be around for a while. We want to see our children's children, but we won't do that if we're not healthy.
Exactly.
And so we're having these conversations to prick people's mind. Do what you can. It doesn't have to be kickboxing.
No.
Yeah, it can be
No.
walking. It can be swimming. Those who can swim, or whatever. So speak to the people who are having difficulty staying in a program, because I've bounced around programs too. I've done different things. I did Camp Gladiator right before
Right.
Rockbox, at and I liked it, but I just didn't stick with anything. So speak to people who have trouble sticking with a program, or sticking with just fitness in general.
Well, like I said, there are many programs out there. Walking is great, and I'm just going to touch on this real quick. Cardio is great for a strong heart, but it's not ideal for fat loss. And here's what I mean by that. Have you ever seen a muscular marathon runner? I'm not talking about people from Nigeria. They're just genetic freaks, okay?
I'm
Okay,
not from Nigeria.
they're just. I mean, they're running 25 miles and they're jacked. But
We walk regardless.
but
We work out without being intentional.
exactly. But see, but that's exactly. So walking is good. Cardio is good for a strong heart. To be in shape, you have to do a combination of different things. Okay. If you don't lose it, I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So if you
Mhm.
don't exercise your muscle,
You
you're
lose
going to
it.
lose it.
Mhm.
And your body's going to do what's easy. It wants to get rid of the muscle, not like really get rid of it, but it don't want to upkeep the muscle because it has to work harder doing that. So if you increase your muscle strength, you don't even
Mhm.
have to get big and bulky, just lift weight. You automatically raise your metabolism. Okay. If you're not getting the results in the program you're doing, most of it's because you don't know what you're doing. And it's not your fault. It's you can look right now on Instagram and YouTube, and there's so many people out there.
Mhm.
Oh, just do this, just do this, just do
Mhm.
this. But a lot of people treat exercise as a one size fits all, and it's not like that.
Mhm.
Not every, even in the traditional gym lifting weight, not every exercise is ideal
For
for
everyone.
everybody because
Mhm.
we've all got different body types. I've got a small humerus, so it doesn't take much for me to build my biceps as someone that's got a longer
Mhm.
bicep,
Mhm.
right? So it just you got to do what works for your body type.
Mhm.
And that's information that's not really put out there too
Yeah.
much. And so if you're not getting the results you want, number one thing first, check your nutrition.
Mm.
You have to check your nutrition. Again, you can't outrun a bad eating plan. You just can't do it. Your recovery has got to be on point. You got to find out what's stressing you. There's bad
Yeah.
stress, there's
It's
good
good.
stress,
Mhm.
okay? You got to find out the stresses in your life and try to manage them the best you can. Your sleep has to be on point.
Mm.
It's like you say, you can't
Guilty.
well, but let's be honest, we all are. We live
Yeah.
in a stressful society. How many people stay up late at night watching TV or they're on their phones and everything like that?
Netflix.
Exactly. I mean, we've got a streaming society. So those are the things that you need to look at. Your nutrition, which is part of
Mhm.
your recovery, your sleep, your stress. Are you getting enough fluid? Uh, is your body missing any nutrients? If it is, the only thing I usually tell people when they're first starting out with me is let's get your meals this way and get you a multivitamin. And then we'll go from there on any other supplements. That's why it's a supplement. I'd
Mhm.
rather you get most of your stuff from food. But
Mhm.
it's an unfortunate day that we live in because a lot of our food are missing the nutritional
Yeah. True.
values that we need.
Yeah.
That's where the supplementation comes in. So that's the thing. If the program's not working, why is it not working? Are you not motivated? Is it not? Working out should be fun. And that's one thing about Rockbox. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's
Mhm. We have
energetic. We
fun.
got Fight
Yeah.
Club meets nightclub. We got the club lights. We got the
Like
speakers. We
tonight
got the
they have
sound.
game night. I just will
Yes.
miss it because my son's graduating tonight, so I won't be there for
Yeah.
game night, family game night. But they do,
Yeah.
fun things like
We
that.
do stuff like that when we can.
Potlucks.
Yeah. Potlucks.
Yeah.
We try to we're trying to build a community here.
Yeah.
And but a community does not work as we see out there. A community does not work unless everybody's involved.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I know there are people watching from, from other states who are not in our area. So I don't want you to take the show today as, strictly a commercial for Rockbox. Yes, we're talking about Rockbox, but we're also educating you
mhm.
on fitness and health in general. So the tips that we're passing out there for everyone to, to kind of dig in, take what you can out of this, and work on your nutrition, work on whatever you need to, and just make sure that you're changing something today based on this
Oh
show. But
yes.
then those who are in the DFW area, obviously we want you to, to see if the Rockbox, you can plug into this. Michael's here, he's my personal person, so
Well,
yeah.
but you're right. I mean, yeah, Rockbox, that of course. But anything that's going to get you moving, anything that's going to get you being better today than you were yesterday.
Mhm.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's our target. I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. And in order for me to do that, I got to get off my lazy butt and I got to do stuff, whether it's working out, eating right, working,
Yeah.
taking care of my responsibilities. Every day you should strive to be better than you were the day before. And that includes stress, toxicity, toxic people. You got to cut them out of your life. They will kill you. They will kill you. I lost hair because of that.
I was wondering why you had
Yes.
some bald spots.
Yeah, well, I came across Krylon for hair.
do we
Spray
need
paint.
to put some black polish on there?
Right? But seriously, that type of stress, toxic people. Okay, here's the thing about toxic people. There's another reason why you probably ain't getting the stuff you're wanting to get. You're listening to too many people. Why are you going to let somebody influence what you do and your thinking when you see for yourself they're not doing none of the stuff that they're criticizing you about? I'm a big advocate. Leaders lead from the front. Practice what you preach. Are we all guilty of that? Oh, yeah, by far. We're human. We can't be 100% all the time. But get rid of that toxicity. Get rid of those people out of your life. Cut those ties, because all they're going to do is kill you, literally kill you, slowly kill you. And we don't want that. So you want to surround yourself with people that's going in the same direction you are. People that build you up, encourage you, uplift you. You're not going to be perfect all the time. I know I'm not perfect. I know you're not perfect. But it's not what me being perfect is. Where am I going? What is my outcome? That it is. What is my outcome?
And if you're striving to be better,
If you're
because it's all
striving to
about
be better.
striving to be better. If you're thinking about,
Yes.
making it better. So give out your contact information here for Rockbox. And I know we probably have some of that, your phone number, the website,
Oh, yeah.
the Rockbox phone number, I think. Yeah, just an address where to find Rockbox.
Well, we have several rock boxes in the DFW area. Mine is in Mansfield, Texas. Our address is 2200 North FM 157. We're Suite 200. Our phone number is 682-788-9219. And if you call and you want to come and try out a class, if you mention you saw this podcast, I will give you a week free.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
And you have some other specials. You had a special for veterans.
Yes,
Yeah, I
that
think
was
you have
for the month, because this
That's
month
for
is already.
it's over. So that was in
yeah,
May.
yeah,
Okay,
that was for the
gotcha.
month of
Okay,
May.
okay. So that's
Um,
over now.
But if you're a
Yeah.
veteran, I still could,
Yeah.
first responder, being both, I respect,
Yeah.
it's hard times we live in, and we got to definitely be on our A game.
Mhm.
So all you got to do is just reach out, and I'll
Or
see what I
maybe
can
do
do
a
for you.
veteran day. Maybe start with
Oh,
a
yeah.
veteran day, like a day for veterans, like a workout for
And
veterans.
I will wear my drill sergeant hat.
Don't think he'll go easy on you. He won't. So before we wrap up, unless you have any final thoughts, but I wanted you to speak to just like any final thoughts you have for like people who have fallen off the wagon. They've been working out, they've fallen off the wagon, and they feel like they can't get up. What words do you have for them to to encourage them to get back into their fitness game? How make sure they stay with it. What should keep them in?
We all fall. The biggest thing is don't beat yourself up over it. Get up, start again. The Bible says that a righteous man falls 7 times. Well, how do you fall 7 times unless you get up each time you fall? You have to get up, pick yourself up, just move forward. We can dwell in the past. We can live in the past. Why? A wise turtle said on Kung Fu Panda, the past is the past. The future is the future. Today is a gift. That's why it's called present. So live in today. That's all you can do.
Yeah. And we all need those words because we all
Yes.
fall off. There are days when I schedule my class and cancel it. Like this morning, I canceled it because of the show, though, because we had to be here.
Right,
So that's
right.
my excuse, and
Yes,
I'm sticking to
good
it.
excuse. Yeah.
But I want to thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for being here. I know that you'll be back for other topics. We'll talk about other things. Today was fitness and health. We have a lot because this man is a wealth of knowledge. He has a lot of information in him.
I appreciate that.
It's packaged real tight,
Yes,
but
yes.
but he knows a lot, and he's willing to share. He doesn't hold back. So we'll have him back on the show for sure. But I wanted to thank everybody who's watching. I don't know if we had any questions. I don't think we no questions. So people will watch the video. We kind of we're still figuring out this live thing. I'm still new to technology and stuff. So
Oh no, it was great.
so thank you all. Make sure you're watching, you're liking the videos, sharing, on all your platforms, just so we can have these interesting conversations and build a great show here. If you want to come on the show, just reach out and we'll definitely have you. We want the community to be showcased and everybody to have an opportunity to share what they're doing, and so that everybody knows what you're doing. You're not doing it in the closet. So
Yes.
thank you again, and we'll see you on the next segment. Thank you.